Okay, data extraction. We're starting, or this is our first time really getting into R. So I'm going to do some back and forth work here. So data extraction, it's a fancy word for bringing in data from various places. We're going to talk about some common places, and then we're going to hopefully we are going to get into some more complicated ways of bringing in data into R. So let's start with the most straightforward ways. It's called we're reading in a Excel or a CSV file. I'm pretty sure by now you've seen these files before. Traditional speaking, they're in a table format. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So reading in CSVs. So in your module for this week, there should be a Starbucks data. You should use that capacity to download it and then upload it into your RStudio Cloud. And you will have here the code to bring it into the right quarter of the semester, and then run this code. And you should be able to have access to it. So I'm going to do a demonstration for you right now. Okay, so here we go to quarter 1. Starbucks data was already there. So ideally what I did was I went to upload and I got it from the file, from the location, choose file, and I then clicked on it. I believe it's right there. Clicked on it and then I opened it and I was able to get it in. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new Quarto file. That's what we're working in. Let's say I'll be open extraction 1 or 1, and then create. And then from there, this is what we call boilerplate code, meaning that's just code that gives you a running start. We can just erase all that. Okay, press the wrong button there. That's fine. And then we just create a new R chunk. Go to data extractions, copy. Don't have to run. Where's play button? Well, that's good. This is a really good problem to have, and I'm happy that we're seeing this here. It took me a second to figure out why, but the issue is that we're in the wrong directory, meaning that we're in the wrong folder. R is currently in the wrong folder. What I mean by that, if I do git working directory, it's going to say project cloud. Okay, so meaning that we're in project, but we're not in data science class IJW, which is me, and then it's not quarter 1. So what I can do to change that is to go to session, go to set working directory, right? And I'm going to go to project directory. That didn't do what I wanted to do, sorry. So go to session, set working directory, choose, that's what I meant to do, choose working directory. Click on data science 1, click on quarter 1, and then choose, and then currently I'm in that directory. Okay? And what I'll traditionally do is copy and paste that directory there. And then now when I run the code, I will now have no error. I have access to it, and if I go to environment, Starbucks DF, I now have my data frame or my CSV into R. Okay. One thing to note there is that if your environment is on this side, I kind of prefer it on that side. It's fine. You can go to this pane tab, pane layout, and you can make your environment over here. I kind of prefer it there anyway. So yeah. So before we continue, there's two concepts that we need to talk about: libraries and packages. So packages are things that have data and functions, more about functions in videos to come, but data and functions in outside source. And so what we need to do is gain access to the data and functions from that outside source. So traditionally speaking, you would install a package, and then once you install that package, you would load, it becomes a library, and then you load that library into your environment. So here, you already have, I installed this for you already. It's called Read Excel, and this allows you to read in Excel sheets. So Excel sheet's different from a CSV because a CSV only has one table or one sheet, whereas an Excel can have multiple. So here, I have this NBA Legends data frame, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan. Sorry, my brain stuck there. And I have the capacity to work with that data. I want to bring it into R. So let's look at the Excel sheet real fast. So here we go. This is an Excel sheet. Some things to be aware of. These are, first of all, this is the first season for each player. Season 1. You have columns. We have rows. Each player has its own sheet. Okay, I know I didn't show you Starbucks as a CSV, but you can only have only one sheet as a CSV, whereas for Excel sheet, you can have multiple. Okay, season 1. And notice that KB is number 3, position at number 3, and that's important for me to specify in a moment. Okay. Okay, now that we have, at least we know what the Excel sheet looks like, let's bring in that Excel sheet, or let's bring in certain aspects of that Excel sheet. So what I'll do is I'm just going to copy and paste this, okay, just for now. Alright, so then go here, I'll go here, and then what I'm going to do is I traditionally like to put my libraries at the very top. So library, read, Excel, great and fantastic. Alright, so then go from there, I'm going to do Michael Jordan, slide there, DF, so Michael Jordan DF for data frame is equal to read, and the thing is, it's not going to show up if I start typing. So if I just run this, right, if I now start typing read underscore XLSX, it will show up, and I'm going to do an error intentionally. So it's not going to give me, it shouldn't give me an error, but when I just do this, it's going to give me the very first sheet, which, that's great. Okay, we know why this doesn't exist, because we didn't upload it. Let me upload it. Okay, it's uploaded. So now when I run it, no error. But the thing is, it automatically reads in the first person, which is Michael Jordan. However, I can actually specify Michael Jordan by saying sheet is equal to MJ, because that's the name of the sheet. Okay. I could also do the same exact thing by saying sheet is equal to 1. Because that's the first sheet. Last but not least, I'll do, because of time, I'm just going to do K. I can do this as KB. KB, and then ideally I would switch the name in. KBDF. Alright? And last but not least, the reason why I said 3 is because I can change this to 3, and it will still give me that information. We can confirm it. It's Kobe. Okay, so what's nice about this is that we have the capacity to bring in Excel sheets, okay, into R. Okay, I think there's a question coming up. Why would the following code not work? Okay, so KG for Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett, wow. She is equal to 4. So think about why this wouldn't work. You're right. It's because there's only 3 players in the Excel sheet. Good job. Let's go on. So Wikipedia pages. Oh my gosh, you can do that? So I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to show you what's really going on. Okay. All right. So this is, Honors College. I'm going to show you all some really cool stuff. So let's go to Maryland. Actually, let's not go to Maryland. Let's go to Indiana. Indiana. Counties wiki. I spelled it wrong, but Google can still work. It's magic. So there's 92 counties in Indiana. Did y'all know that? Let's say I want to bring this table into R. I want to bring this table into R. Can I do it? Yes, I can. So the idea is that you would take this actual URL. We'll go into my RStudio, or Posit Studio, and the package that we need, or the library that we need is called HTML tab. Because I just want to show you a little bit extra, what's really going on here is if you press Control U, if you're using this is HTML code, and this in and of itself has a table of data. Where is it? Somewhere. Okay, it's right here. This is disgusting. Okay, and so what HTML tab does, it actually brings in the data in a clean format. So what I need to do is I'll create a new R chunk. Okay, Control Alt I or Command Alt I, and I need to run this function, run this library, and I'll do ID, I think that's the initials for Indiana, I could be wrong, underscore df is equal to HTML tab, okay, and then put it in quotes. The thing is, this one won't work, and let's go through the error. Okay, well, it did work, but the issue is it doesn't know which table to select, because if you go back here to the actual Wikipedia page, this is considered to be a table as well, so it shows the first table. Okay, so because that's 6 rows, if you go here, it has 6 rows. So what we can do is specify which table. So which is equal to 2, and that error sign, at least this warning is telling us that they're not taking in the images. So now it's 92. So 92 counties. So here we can bring in Wikipedia tables into R. The issue here is that this data, actually I want you to think about this. Go to population and sort it. So it's 10,000, 10,536, 100,006, 11,000. That makes no sense. I know we have some computer science students in the class, so I'm pretty sure you can kind of piece what's going on there. But think about it. This is an issue. That's why we talk about data manipulation to to transform our data to not have this issue. Okay, so we'll talk more about that as the code presents itself. Okay, with that being said, let's continue. Okay, we already did that. Oh, we're here. Sorry. Why are we getting a warning here? And the warning is because we can't bring in flags. We can't bring in images. Sorry, just flags. There are other ways, but we won't discuss them now. Okay. What about this one? Why does the following code not give us what we want? You can run this on your own. Take a second. And the reason is because one is referring to the first table within the wiki, which is just a table of contents to an extent, which is not the actual counties that we're after. Okay. Alright, so then here, last but not least, find a data set on Wikipedia that interests you in reading the data. Remember to name your data frame with something appropriate. What did I put? I got the vice presidents. Interesting. Okay, and I think it works for one. Let's try this. It's because there's no other, I don't think there's a precursor data frame. Or at least a table of contents with there. Okay. And notice that it doesn't work here, and I gotta make sure that it's quotations. Those are not quotations, appropriate quotations. Run this, and yeah, it gives me the VPs because there must not be a table of contents. Okay, I think I'm gonna end here and come back for a very short video on the last bit.